And so you have this country that's a mix of Spanish, Italians, Arabs, Jews, British, Germans, Irish, French. And they all come from very different places, very different ideas of how you do things. And they're suddenly faced with this question, once the British get out, of, hang on, who are we? KS Argentinian, what is it to be Argentinian? And so there's a series of lectures in 1912 in the Odeon Theatre, attended by the president and all this cabinet and all the great and good of Argentina. And Leopoldo Lugones, the great poet of the age, he gives these lectures on KS Argentinian, and he concludes that the spirit of Argentina is to be found in the gaucho, in the sort of lone horseman of the pampas. That combination of virtuosity but also self-reliance, that is characteristically Argentinian. It's a romanticised image, but fair enough. The great Argentinian epic poem, Martin Hierro, is about a gaucho. But you then have this issue, well, Buenos Aires is growing rapidly. Argentina has become a much more urban society. And so by the 1920s, people are starting to say, well, it's all very well to have these big asados and everybody becomes dressed as gauchos, but you are in a city and you do kind of look ridiculous. So Borges is very funny on this. In El Gráfico, the great sports magazine, selling over 100,000 copies a week at its peak, based in Buenos Aires, they start to say, well, how do you express this gaucho spirit in the city? And they say, well, the true spirit is actually the pibe, the urchin, the kid from the street, who's playing on the potreros, on the vacant lots. And he also has to have virtuosity, because he's playing in these games of 15, 20, 25 aside in a small space on a hard, uneven pitch. He's got to have great ball control, great technique, but he's also got to have that self-reliance. He's got to be streetwise. He's got to be able to look after himself. He's got to be able to use his elbows. And they realise this is in complete contradistinction to the British who've taught them the game, because they're playing on big grassy pitches in schools. So their game's all about stamina and running. They've got a teacher with a whistle if things get out of hand. There's no teachers with a whistle on the potreros. You've got to be able to handle yourself. And so Boracoto, who's actually Uruguayan, but he's a sort of honorary Argentinian, he's the editor of El Gráfico. In 1928, he writes this incredible piece where he says, right, if we were to erect a statue to the spirit of Argentinian football, it would depict a pibe with a shock of dark hair, with his teeth worn down by eating yesterday's bread, and he goes on about how he's got holes in his shirt, he's playing with a rag ball, he's not rich enough to have a proper ball, and he's all about the dribble. And the Argentinian word for dribble is gambetar, which is it's a gaucho word meaning the running motion of an ostrich. And the thing is, if you took that description and gave it to somebody without context, said, who is that? 100% of people would say it's Maradona. So 49 years before Maradona makes his international debut, his coming is foretold. And that's why when Maradona gets there, when he turns up, when they're seeing him in youth competitions, it's like, this is him. This is El Pibe d'Oro, the golden urchin, the Argentinian hero whose coming has been prophesied. And that's why when Maradona scores his 2 goals against England in his greatest single performance, 1986 World Cup quarter-final, 4 years after the Falklands, that's why that is the Gaucho's revenge on England. And look at his 2 goals. The first one, the cunning of the street kid. The second one, the virtuosity of a street kid. It's the perfect game for Maradona. And it is this sense of the Gaucho finally getting his own back on the British.
Lo último que te voy a decir no es una pregunta, sino solamente te quiero decir, se viene una final del mundo y si bien todos queremos ganar la Copa, quiero decirte que más allá del resultado, hay algo que no te va a sacar nadie. Atravesaste a cada uno de los argentinos, de verdad te lo digo. No hay nene que no tenga tu remera, que no sea la original, la trucha o la inventada o la imaginaria, de verdad. Marcaste la vida de todos y es eso que para mí es más grande que cualquier Copa del Mundo y eso no te lo va a sacar nadie. Es un agradecimiento por un momento de felicidad tan grande que le hiciste vivir a tanta gente que de verdad ojalá te lo lleves en el corazón porque creo que es más importante que una Copa del Mundo y eso ya lo tenés. Así que gracias, capitán.
Rolled through here for Lionel Messi. Flag has stayed down and Messi has rolled it past the far post. Lionel Messi, no.
You'll never know how it feels to get so close and be denied. It's a gold and honey trap I got for you tonight. Revenge, it's a kiss, there's
De Panamá.